What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cameron coming at you with this video. Look, what do you want me to come on here and say about this game? We're playing the defending champions. They're pissed off. They just lost to a team they probably should have beat. A team that was humiliated by the Saints. A team that was humiliated. A team that was humiliated by the Saints and only put up 9 points against the Buffalo Bills. Team that's only impressive win was this past week against the Patriots. You got to get the Panthers credit for what they did. Beating the defending champions, but you also have to look at it like this. Tom Brady never loses back-to-back games. Okay? You figure the game he had against Kansas City, they came back, won 2 straight games. They lost this game against the Patriots. They're looking to get pissed off and play this week. Or they lost to the Panthers, excuse me. Okay, then you got the Bucs, who are coming off of a close win that should have been more points on the board. So they're coming off a close win against a winless team. And they have no pass rush. They got no kicking situation still. And their secondary is banged up and struggling. And also injuries to the linebacking core. The Patriots are beatable. In my opinion, they're beatable. With the way they have played in their games, with barely having to come back on the Texans. Of course, that's looking a little better on their part now, with putting up 57 points last week against the Titans. With barely when they had to come back on the Texans, they were destroyed by the Chiefs, which, that's nothing to be ashamed of. The Chiefs think they're one of the only undefeated teams left in the league right now. And they lost to the Panthers. And I'm trying to think of the other team that they beat. I think they beat. Let's see. They beat the Panthers, or they beat the Texans, and they beat another team. That's not crossing my mind at the moment. But their 2 losses have been, both. They allowed a lot of points. They're definitely struggling on defense, which is why I think that they're a beatable team. I think that, their defense is shit. They have the worst passing defense in the league, and that definitely helps when you got this guy and Deshaun Jackson, Mike Evans, Cam Brate, OJ Howard, who all showed out this week. I'm confident in the Bucs' offense ability to hang with the Patriots. If they play their cards right and they make the right play calls. However, it's the defense I'm worried about. And, this defense is not that good. The defensive line is horrible. They cannot get any pressure on the quarterback. We do have injuries to our linebacking core in our secondary. TJ Ward was limited today. Keith Tandy didn't practice. Chris Conti is not the greatest. Vernon Hargreaves is struggling. The only real piece of our secondary where I'm the most confident is Brent Grimes. He's the only guy that's showed anything this whole season. It made a difference not having him for the Minnesota game, I think. And, having him the other day against the Giants, it really helped us. You barely heard of Brandon Marshall getting much of anything, and every time that Grimes was on Odell Beckham didn't do much. So, Brent Grimes is really the only person in our secondary that I've been completely comfortable with. I have no hate for the Patriots, believe it or not. I do get tired of them winning, but that's what good teams do. I do get tired of their bandwagon squad. But there are definitely no bandwagons that I know of on YouTube. Shout out to Deshaun Parks. I hope you feel better, homie. Get your health situation settled first. This game is meaningless to you guys. You guys have never. Ironically, Tom Brady, I don't think he's ever played here, let alone won here. The last 3 times we lost to the Patriots, 2 times in Foxborough, 1 time in England. We are 0-3 against Brady. Each time he's blown us the fuck out. I'm a blowout Thursday night would not be surprising to me. I'm expecting. We play horribly on Thursday night. Historically, we suck on Thursday night. You look at the Falcons game last year. You look at the Falcons game 2 years ago. You look at the Panthers game 3 years ago. You look at 3 or 4 years ago. You look at the last Thursday night game this team won was against the Vikings in 2012. And that's when the NFL started to put teams regularly on Thursday night. This team sucks on Thursday night football, so it would not surprise me for us to go out there and completely embarrass ourselves on the national stage first game of the week. But, I'm hoping for the best, expecting the worst. It's kind of like Hurricane Irma all over again. I'm hoping for the best, but I am expecting the worst. We are honoring Malcolm Glazer this week. He is going into the Ring of Honor. So may he rest in peace still. And, may the tribute to him be nice. He is the reason the Buccaneers are still here in Tampa and is the reason we have 3 logo changes. I have all generations of uniforms in my closet. I got Creamsicle. I've got 1997 to 2014, and I've got Owls. Of course, this jersey's a little snug on me. Excuse me, looking like I'm fucking 6 months pregnant. If I had to put a score prediction, I don't know. If you want me to be real, I say 35-21 Patriots. If the Bucs were to somehow show up and play defense, and the Patriots just collapse on defense, and we take advantage of that on offense, I say 31-20 Bucs. This game could go either way, really, and I'm not saying that because I'm hyped up over my team winning over a field goal against the winless Giants now. It's just the situation the Patriots are in. They got a decent offense that can put up points, but they got a really shitty defense that gives up points. So this game could go either way. The Bucs could, show up and play defense, and we lose and we get outscored, or we take a step back, we actually play decent defense, score points on offense, and take advantage of the Pats having the worst passing defense in the league in 5 weeks into the year, or 4 or 5 weeks into the year, and we win. And we outscore them. The main thing is, with how crappy our defense has been most of the year, in 3 of the 4 games we played, or we're about to play, with the defense being as bad as it has been, and the secondary giving up as many receiving yards as it has, and the defensive line not getting any pressure on the quarterback like they have, the best thing here is we just have to outscore the Patriots. We have to score all the time on Thursday night if we want a shot at beating these guys. The Bucs have to put up points every single drive. I'm not talking field goal. It has to be touchdown. Okay, maybe you take a step back, take 3 points here. You have to score. Field goals does not win the game. Okay? And obviously, we still can't rely on our kicking game. It is so frustrating watching this offense with 6'5" targets in Brake and Evans. And I'm not quite sure if OJ's taller than that. I think OJ's around the same height. And you got a speedster like Deshaun Jackson. You could pound it with Jacquizz Rodgers. Doug Martin is coming back this week. That should help us. But my point being, it is annoying to have this firepower and this power and these explosive weapons, and you cannot score in the red zone. That is my biggest pet peeve with this team right now, is that they cannot score points inside the 15-yard line. Consistently. So, one of the big. Oh my God! I had a huge fit on Sunday afternoon, and we couldn't score inside the half-yard line. So, like I said, man, this game could go either way. We could either get blown out, or we're gonna play the Patriots tough and get a chance to win the ball game. Historically Thursday night we suck, and it would not surprise me if they came out and got their butts handed to them on Thursday night. So I'll be there. No surprise. Unfortunately, my tailgate is being invaded with Patriot fans this weekend, or this, excuse me, this week. So, with that said, guys, hockey season starts Friday night. The Lightning take on the Panthers. So I'll either be making a victory lap and a Bolts preview video then, or I'll be making a Crow video and a Bolts preview then. I'm excited for this game because, Brady's at the end of his career here, whether he's done this year or 2 years. We play the Patriots every 4 years. Is it every 4 years? I think it's every 4 years. We play the Patriots every 4 years. So, I'm looking forward to, being able to see Tom Brady in live person. I saw him in a preseason game, but preseason games don't count. Brady's going to be playing for real, so I'm actually going to get to see Tom Brady in person this year, as long as, I get to see Drew Brees every year, Matt Ryan every year. I wouldn't classify Cam Newton in that elite spot. I know he did win the MVP 2 years ago, but he's not Tom Brady or the quarterbacks I've been blessed to see throughout the years caliber anymore. So I've digressed enough. I've rambled on enough. I'm really hoping we can walk out with. If we walk out of this if I wake up Friday morning and we are 3-1, I may kneel before God and go back to fucking church again. I don't see it happening. I'm a realist before, this likes to speak more than this a lot. And so hopefully, we walk away with the win. And like I said, if I wake up Friday morning and we are 3-1, the amount of celebrating I would do would be ridiculous. I wouldn't let my neighbors, they're big Patriot fans, I wouldn't let them forget it for the life of them. So, I rambled on long enough, guys. Hopefully we pull away with the big dub this week. Sorry. I gotta get used to, calling it the week, being it's the weekday game. But, I've carried on long enough. Go Bucs. And Deshaun Parks, get better. Homie, I pray for you. I got no hate towards your team. It does annoy me that the Patriots win a lot, but there's only one way to stop them from doing that, and that's beat them. And nobody's really been able to do that over the last decade. So, again, go Bucs, and hopefully we pull out this big win, baby. Let's shock the world, and most importantly, shock me.